The system doesn't punish rats anymore, it franchises them, and every raid feels like meeting a new branch manager of Betrayal Incorporated. There's been a shift in Arc Raiders after the Riven Tides update, and I'm not just talking about the balance changes. I think it's the soul of the game. Proximity chat has gone from a tool for cooperation to a tool for psychological manipulation. Every random encounter is now a standoff. In my years of testing and being a player, I've seen updates shift metas, but not like this. It's turned the entire community into a paranoia simulator. The rat problem isn't the player's fault though, it's the game's math. The funniest part about this debate is that nobody agrees on what a rat actually is anymore. To some, it's just being third-partied. To others, it's just camping. To me, the version killing the game right now, the betrayers. These are the players using proxy chat to fake a friendship only to shoot you in the back the second you let your guard down. That's the easy explanation. It's destroying the vibe right now because every interaction feels fake. I don't think players became more toxic overnight. They were trained to be. In my last video, I pointed out Embark's logic on durability and their other changes. But there's a rule in game testing. Players will always max out the fun of any game if the incentives reward it. When common weapons lose 75% more durability per shot, PvE becomes a debt. Why burn through your gear when you can let another player do all the work and then rat them? The current economy has made being a rat the only smart way to play. The game isn't dying, but the brave player definitely is. The game is basically paying you to be a rat and charging you a tax to be a hero. Perfect example. Look at some of the new mechanics. Beachcombing sounds like a fun treasure hunt, right? If you like volunteering yourself up to the rat firing squad. You're locked in an animation out in the open with the loudest audio cue screaming your location. Then there's the avian alarms. Birds trigger our movement. Cool. So the poor raider exploring the map is completely outed by our feathery friends, while the rat sits motionless in the dark corner and does what they do. The game is literally punishing you for moving through it. Smart players are being forced into acting like rats just to survive. The real thing that grinds my gears is the free loadout economy. You have two worlds colliding here. One raider with hours of progression on the line and another with a free pistol and zero fucks to give. When risk disappears from one side, fairness disappears along with it. I hate to say it, ratting is a strategy, and it's the most economically efficient one in the game right now. I still choose not to do it, but more on that later. Once a community normalizes ratting, it's almost impossible to go back. Veteran raiders now shoot on sight, and new players learn that trust just gets you killed. Embark was trying to strengthen the economy, but I think they accidentally reshaped the player's brain, because being passive is smarter than being active. That's a culture shift that's very hard to reverse. If you've been keeping up with my videos, then you know this already. But for those who haven't, and I think you should, wink wink nudge nudge, extraction shooters need tension. Simply put, without it, the game feels empty. Getting ratted fucking sucks, we all know it. But without the rats, a huge part of that tension is lost. Since day one, I've loved the tension I feel in every raid I do. I play nice and I'm helpful. That's just who I am. I'm Batman. So I know the risks involved with my playstyle. But if I only had to worry about ARC and PvP raiders, it'd be very easy not to care about the PvE experience, because it's a war zone with just ARC and raiders. There's just something about running into a random raider. Can I trust them? Are they part of a bigger squad? Did I just walk into a freaking trap? Love them or hate them, ARC raiders needs rats, but the system needs to be balanced enough to properly support this, because right now the rats are being incentivized to rat. But these are just my thoughts from a tester's perspective. What do you think? Is the community overreacting, or has Riven Tides gone too far? Be honest, what's the most creative way you've been betrayed by proximity chat? Let me know in the comments. Smack that like button, subscribe for more. I'm Mr. Winner, and I'll see you in the next one.